Hello everyone and welcome back to MindSpanse. I'm Craig, and yesterday we were talking about clearing the noise from your mind and how important that is as part of your practice, meditative practice. And I wanted to go through a couple more exercises with you, but for this episode I actually thought it might be more helpful to talk about a way in which you can better understand or analyze that noise. And it is also an exercise, but the purpose is really just to have a better understanding of your own personal noise and how it comes about and what it's all about. And through this practice, you'll start to recognize when you get distracted more quickly. Because sometimes you'll be doing something, or you're trying to meditate, or you're trying to sleep, or whatever it is, and next thing you know, it's a few minutes or 10 minutes later, and you're off in some other planet, thinking about some negotiation at work or a conversation you had with your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. And then you're like, whoa, I need to come back. So this is a great exercise to help you with that. And you'll start to recognize that distraction much more quickly, and then understand how to sort of evolve around it. And then we'll come back tomorrow, the next day, and start to do some more just bring down quieting exercises that will help you once you realize that you've sort of lost your way a little bit. So again, let's just start, like, stretch up. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. Relax shoulders, my jaw. I'm actually getting a little stir crazy staying in the apartment. I'm on day 12 now, so I really appreciate having the opportunity to do this, and excited to share this with you. So here's what I want you to do. We are going to take a quick little journey down to one of my favorite spots, and it's this beautiful river, and the water's warm, and you sort of walk down a hill to the river. We won't get into that whole journey stuff yet, but just imagine that you walk up to this incredible river. It's not huge, maybe it's 40 yards across, and it's not particularly filled with rapids, but it's got a nice pace to it. And there's this one little area by the shore where there's this big tree with lots of leaves. It's fallish because the leaves are going to fall, but it's not cold or anything. It's really nice out, and the water's really warm. So, and there's like a little seat, a rock seat in there, and so go ahead and go sit in the water and just chill out. And it's like a tub-like. It's very nice. And what I want you to think about is the leaves. You're looking up at these leaves from the tree, and they start falling down. And those leaves, I want you to sort of connect those leaves to these thoughts, similar to when we invited all those distracting thoughts and people and whatnot into our boxing arena in another yesterday's video. Imagine each of these leaves are one of those thoughts, one of those distracting things, but in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to attach ourselves to one of those leaves, to one of those thoughts, and we're going to follow it, and we're going to look at it, we're going to study it. So as the leaves fall, they start to float down the river, and we're in this incredibly perfect place. But what we're going to do is attach ourselves to one of these leaves, and it's a very strong leaf, and it's going to drag us down the river. And while we're being dragged away from our beautiful spot down the river, I want you to just think about how this thought evolved. Where did it come from? And then follow it and watch it in a very sort of neutral way, which takes some time, but just watch how it evolves. Watch where it drags you, how it winds you down the river and over the rapids, and then after a few minutes, let it go and walk to the side of the river and walk back to your rock and do it again. And do this 3 or 4 times. And the thought may be, as an example, let's say you had a difficult conversation with your boss or a client, and in a normal scenario, after like 4 or 5 minutes, you've lost and you've replayed 1,000 times different things you might say or they might say, and you've gone and through this crazy machination, and you're stressed out, and meanwhile you're like, oh my God. So I want you to sort of, I want you to be a participant in that process. So I want you to engage this conversation. I want you to watch it, how it evolves. I want you to, look at as you look at all the perturbations of the different conversations you might have and what the responses might be and all this kinds of stuff. And just really embrace it. So that's your new present state, right? You're completely present, trying to understand how this distracting balloon thought is dragging you down this river. And so you just do that a few times. And what'll happen as you practice this is that you'll start to realize that you're getting distracted much more quickly. And then you can also, when the leaf falls, you can sort of look at it and then let it go and watch it float down the river on its own, because you don't want to leave your beautiful spot, right? So this is a great exercise, and there's a lot more to it. There's actually a whole meditation that I did called quieting the noise in your mind. It's a full, I think it's like about a half-hour meditation. It'll probably put you to sleep before you get to the whole exercise part, but it's really great if you get a chance to listen to the whole thing on the MindSpanse YouTube channel. And we'll get back to more exercises to bring you down, and then there's all sorts of fun stuff I want to cover while I'm trapped here for the next God knows how long. So have a safe day. Be safe, please. Stay healthy, and I really wish everyone an incredible, incredible day, and thank you for taking the short time to spend with me, and take care. Be well.